They think, well, it's a man in the dress, and it's not. It's not.
Cross-dressing, it's still such a secret society.
Correct.
A lot of times people wouldn't want to be on camera talking about it.
True, because there's so much stereotype about it. You know, if you're a cross-dresser, you're some sort of a deviant, or you're less of a man.
Are you a straight man?
I'm bisexual.
During the pandemic, if it wasn't for Republican cross-dressers, I would have been out of business. I tried to do a happy medium that's not over-the-top drag, but it's more than what a female would do at night, because you have to kind of camouflage certain things. And if you saw Cherry without any of this, your mouth would drop.
You don't tell people in real life that you're a cross-dresser?
Not in general, no.
If someone is to see this video and be like, oh, I know who that is because I recognize his face, does that make you feel nervous?
It does make me feel a little bit nervous.
I would have been out of business.
How are you? Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous in here.
Oh, it's a mess right now. I'm so low on inventory, but I'm waiting after tax season.
Oh, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
I don't have nails on. I put the little flossy things on because I can't do makeup and stuff with them on. Real transition starts on the inside. Learning, everyone talks about love. It's more than that. It's about liking yourself. You have to like yourself before you can love yourself. I felt so good. I've been excited about you coming in because I've not watched your last
I was
film
gonna
yet.
say.
I hate seeing myself on film. And so I had friends that were telling me about it, and I was like, oh my God, my mouth, I couldn't remember half of the crap that I'd said.
I'm so happy that we connected. And then when I was looking to do an episode on a cross-dresser and I talked to you and you happened to own this beautiful salon, it felt just like meant to be. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I already know Stephanie.
I work on so many, and let me explain about cross-dressers. They're very demanding, and it's like, I don't want this, I don't want that. I mean, like rude. They always tell you what they want and expect that, and I'm honest, and I don't mean to pop their bubble sometimes. It's like, Mommy, you're 68 years old. You're not going to look 25 without Photoshop. I don't Photoshop people. So let's be realistic. You're that concerned about being passable. Well, thank you, Caitlyn Jenner. There's no such thing as passable anymore, only presentable. Sometimes I get a little offended with that, and I understand, but there's a thing called reality, and it's like, if you're that concerned about being this passable, then go get your beard removed, go get some breast, grow your hair out. If you have a receding hairline, put a wig on or put a topper on. Put some freaking makeup on. You're a dude, okay? Hormones do change you, but I won't even get into that because that would cause too much controversy. And
we know better now.
We know better now.
Yes.
No, I mean, everyone has their opinion on it, and I just know what I've been through.
I love your opinion. I think it's important.
Maybe my opinion doesn't jive with someone else's, but all I can testify to is what I've been through. And I was on hormones for many years. It helped contribute to my diabetes. I almost died twice from diabetes. It also contributed to a heart murmur for a while. And I did see a therapist for a long time. And it's like he said, if you need to take a little pill or a little shot to make you into something, then perhaps you're not that to begin with. And it really made you think about stuff. And
so you're not on hormones now at all?
Oh, I haven't been it's been like 23 years.
So you are extremely feminine looking.
Well, thank you. I'm just old. I don't know if I can say that. You're unedited with so much stuff.
Yes.
I'm just another sucker.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, we are. We love it. I have incredible clientele. And during the pandemic, and this is the interesting part, I will say, that will probably piss some people off, but it's the truth. If it wasn't for Republican cross-dressers, I would have been out of business. We were closed down for quite a while. It was ordered we were closed down, all salons. I almost lost my salon, and I had back rent. I had all of that, and I had a client, and he had come out to me about being Republican because this is from the Republican Party, so your fucking ass can stay open. And I love a good sense of dirty humor like that. I said, gee, Daddy, thank you so much. He goes, I'm mommy today.
Okay, so she's ready?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you look gorgeous. Thank you. This is the first time the camera has met you. What's your name? Or
Cherry.
Cherry, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You look stunning.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel pretty. Very nice.
How do you feel like when you see yourself in the makeup and stuff? You just feel...
It feels like it's a part of me. This is a part of me. It just makes me whole. Being dressed and feeling pretty and feeling sexy. Which Stephanie does. Stephanie makes me feel good all the time.
Yeah, and you did it fast. Like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Stunning.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you feel beautiful?
Yes, I do.
I guess I'm curious, what is the difference of how you feel when you're that strong masculine man compared to how you feel like this?
The difference, it's just, this is like a different part of me. Like there's two parts to Cherry. There's my part when I'm, we'll call it boy mode, as a man. And then there's this part, which I love. And without each part, I wouldn't be a full person. This just makes me feel free. I get this free feeling where I can express myself in a different way that I can't do that one as a man. I can't be as sensitive as I can be when I'm dressed. I can't be as flirtatious or as sexy feeling. I feel sexy dressed like this, and that's why I love dressing and going out. I go out all the time. I love going out. And it's so nice, I get compliments, and you get sneers and stuff, and you get dirty looks, and there's people that I believe are just ignorant. They don't realize that this is just part of me, and everyone has their special things they like. And it could be dressing, it could be sports, it could be whatever it might be. And that's why I do this, because it's just an important part to let me have that release. It makes me feel good.
It totally makes sense. I'm just curious as to how you found yourself even realizing this is something that made you feel like great about yourself.
It was over time. This didn't happen overnight. When I was probably a teenager, like everybody, you start trying on mom's clothes and things like that, and older sisters. And then for many years, it was just dressing at home, not going out, being too afraid to go out. And then I just finally said, you know what? It's my life. I want to have a fun life. I want to do what I want to do. And you know what? I really don't care what other people think. And being here in Vegas, it's a very accepting city in general. But you have to be careful, where you go. You don't put yourself in a situation where I'm not going to go to a place that I know is going to be against cross-dressing or transgender or gay people, So, but I do go mainstream. And I came to that point where I'm just going to do it.
Are you a straight man?
I'm bisexual.
Cherry, we've done all kinds of stuff on her. As a rule, she doesn't like a dark lipstick. She wants a pink, but she doesn't have big lips. And you can kick me in my balls after I say this if you don't like it, but she's an extremely masculine man. And she has these incredible pecs that we can make into titties. So what happened, I done a bunch of videos on you and had gone in and contoured all of his breasts, made them look really nice. First thing, I got banned on Facebook. They had to decide because there were no breasts allowed on Facebook at the time. And then they said, oh, that's a guy, so you can show that. But there was a whole thing. Someone turned me in evidently. And then there was a bunch of hate going, oh my God, he's such a good looking guy. Why would he do this? And I'm like, well, dude, you know what? You're such a good looking guy. Why do you put your dick in someone's ass? I have a hateful mouth. I do.
I love it.
But I mean, I felt more offended by them saying that to her than she felt.
Right, true.
And I love working on older girls, especially ones older than me, because it shows off my work and stuff. But I try to do a happy medium that's not over the top drag, but it's more than what a female would do at night, because you have to kind of camouflage certain things. And if you saw Cherry without any of this, your mouth would drop. People like Cherry, and Cherry was one of the people that really kept me going during the pandemic. She is very special to me. Aww. And she's watched this store change in a number of ways, the aesthetics of it, watching me pull my hair out, being a business owner, being there to go, come on, bitch, we're going to go have a drink and have a good time. She's very interesting. But there's a lot of girls like you where you can't talk about your real life.
Right. True. Very true.
And that makes it like a geisha. It makes her more interesting.
So I know that there were some things that were off topics that we could talk about, which I totally, totally respect, because I think cross-dressing, it's still such a secret society
Correct.
where it's like, even to be in this environment with you guys, I feel blessed because I think that a lot of times people wouldn't want to be on camera talking about it.
True. No, it is. Because there's so much stereotype about it. You know, if you're a cross-dresser, you're some sort of a deviant or you're less of a man. And it can become a problem with, you know, if you have with the job and things like that and how people perceive you.
You don't tell people in real life that you're a cross-dresser?
Not in general, no.
Because they're going to think a certain type of thing about you?
Correct. They're going to have a predisposed opinion of me, which is not me. This is only a part of me. And it's just like anything else. Just because you do something doesn't mean that you're a bad person. But some people look at it that way.
I think it means that you're a great person, that you're following your heart. It's not hurting anybody. If you feel beautiful and you feel sexy like this and you want to dress like this sometimes, then why shouldn't you?
True. I agree 100%. But, you know, in my opinion, there's a lot of ignorant people in the world. And I think it's become more and more mainstream. I would say probably over the last 10 years than it was, you know, 15, 20 years ago. I think it's more accepted now than it was then.
Do you think that's because of the trans movement and the transgender community becoming more mainstream, people learning about that, and therefore they're learning about cross-dressers?
Yes, I do. I really do. And I have you know, some trans friends. I have cross-dresser friends. The community is strange with that. You know, sometimes the gay community doesn't like cross-dressers, or sometimes some of the trans girls don't like cross-dressers. I think there's a stereotype against some cross-dressers. I think some people, they don't take the time, and I try. I know I'm not perfect. I know I don't pass for a woman, but I try to look good. And I think that's important. I think in anything you do, even when you go out, when I go out dressed as a man, I want to look good because I think it's important to at least put on a little bit of an effort.
Can we talk about that idea that you're saying that some trans people don't like cross-dressers, some people in the gay community don't like cross-dressers? Why is that?
You know, I think a lot of the trans girls that don't like us is because I think some of them think we're a competition, and I don't look at it that way. They look down on us. They think, well, it's a man in the dress, and it's not. It's a lifestyle that we like, and not to say that some people it's a fetish, some people it's a release, some people it could be something totally different. And I think a lot of the trans girls, you know, look at us like, we're not one or the other. We're not a man, we're not a girl, so what are we? And they look down on us. There's
a lot of jealousy within, and when I say T-World, that takes the cross-dressers, the trans, all of it. A lot of jealousy there. A lot of people, and a friend of mine had told me, they're like, well, you're popping their fantasy. Don't go out with them. Don't show them around. Because you go out and they'll act like, some of them will act like they don't want to get the dick, but they really do. And if a good-looking man wants a T girl, he'll go after the titties before he goes after the pretty cross-dressers. That's kind of changed now. A lot of guys just don't give a flying leap anymore. And the weird thing is they want the girls like me to top them, and they want to top the cross-dressers. It's like, you know, no, go be with a regular guy. I mean, I know it's homosexual sex, but go be with, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of messes with my mind a little. And I guess they just want some titties on their back for a little while. Everyone wants some kind of kink. I always tell, and she takes this to heart, if you want to be the part, look the part. And she likes a little slutty look with the short dresses and stuff like that. She likes to prance around, and I love all of that. She's one of my little princesses. Yeah. And she's been every hair color under the sun. But I like watching her because she went through these, I don't want any real makeup on, and then I want makeup on, and now she's at that, you know what, I just want to look good. So I'm always on her about, she's extremely red. Her skin, she has rosacea, extreme rosacea. And I have it, she has it. And so I'm always telling her, sunblock. And she goes, well, I wear, it's not strong enough. Go see your dermatologist. And the fact that she's 54 now and she's a dude, like sports and daddy looking and all of that kind of stuff. Guys don't take care of themselves. So I tell the girls, if you want to cross-dress, you don't need to go have all those surgeries or anything. Take care of your skin. You only get one skin. It's bigger than your So take care of it.
If it's too personal, is cross-dressing something that you use in the bedroom too?
Yes, I do.
And do you have a like persona on, like you're acting like the female?
Correct. So when I am cross-dressed, yes, I'm more of the female persuasion. I like that feeling. I like to be, for lack of a better, more the beta and more the submissive of the two.
How about when you're a man in the bedroom? Are you more alpha?
Yes.
So you get like both sides of you, depending on if you're dressed like this or dressed like a man.
Correct. And it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Do you dress like this ever with women in the bedroom, or is this only when you're with men in the bedroom?
No, I dress like this with women.
How do they handle it?
Most of them that I deal with, because they meet me this way, so they know.
What do you mean they meet you this way?
I meet women out, or I'll talk to people online, and when I talk to them online, I'm very open about it, and I'll show pictures of me to people if we seem to be compatible or interested in each other. I'm not afraid to show myself dressed at all. I look at it this way, to a point. If someone really recognizes me dressed, they're in the same side as I am. So, so that's how I look at it.
So you're saying like if someone was to see this video and be like, oh, I know who that is because I recognize his face, does that make you feel nervous?
A little bit. It does make me feel a little bit nervous because you're always worried about, for the lack of a better word, being outed. And that's hard. I think that a lot of people that do transition, they were all at some point in this stage. So, and not everybody can completely transition from another to another gender. It's just not everybody's capable of doing that. And it could be a lot of reasons. It's financially. Sometimes, you could lose your job, family, different things like that, being accepted. And it's hard because I've talked to girls that have transitioned and, they lose everybody. And that's tough. And I know that it's the same in the gay world with when a man comes out to his family that he's gay, and they lose family and they lose friends, and that's difficult. And I know a lot of girls and a lot of men that I know, get involved in drugs and suicidal and things like that, and it's horrible. And I don't know how I would deal with that if I lost all of that, all my friends, all my family, because of something I'd like to do that doesn't hurt anybody else.
Do you think that if you knew that you weren't going to lose anybody else, that you would transition?
No, I'm not. I don't want to transition. I don't. I like being a man, and I like being Cherry. I like both.
The secret society of crossdressers has really fascinated me for so long, and I really thank Stephanie for inviting me into her salon and introducing me to Cherry. And I thank Cherry too, because it's really vulnerable putting yourself on a video like this, and I really respect her privacy and, the fact that she didn't want to show herself as a man or talk about her family life or anything like that just proves that being a crossdresser is still so stigmatized, especially in the society that we're in today. And it really fascinates me. Originally this was going to be one episode, and it was just going to be a longer episode where I featured the two crossdressers that I've met. But after hearing both of their stories and just being so interested in each of them individually, I decided to split it up into 2 episodes. So next week, we are going to pick right back up where we left off at Enter the Looking Glass, which is Stephanie's salon in Las Vegas, except for this time we are meeting somebody out of crossdress before he gets into his crossdress, which is a really fascinating and honest look into the life of a man who chooses to crossdress for his pastime.
Okay, first take.
Also, I just wanted to remind you that I am still looking for an editor to come help me with these episodes, so if that is you, and you are interested, please email me any links of your work, your rates, and also if you use Final Cut, because that's what I use to edit my episodes, so I think it would just make the workflow a lot easier. And also, if any of you have any ideas for future episodes or interviews you'd like to see me do, please leave those in the comments below, because I really do love hearing from you. And sometimes you may know about stories that I don't even know about yet, so it could really help for me to hear from my audience and to hear from you about what you'd like to see, so it keeps my channel fresh and always growing and evolving. And yeah, I think that is it. I hope that you enjoyed the episode today, and I will see you next week.